Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Hello.
It is Pixelparters here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright. Spirit of Justice, where we left off. Mr. RETINZ'S has popped up in court, trying to weasel his way out of this one.
He really is. He looks like a weasel.
Yeah. So, he said, "What is the proof that we have that links that tricked out clipboard?" And I believe the proof.
You believe?
Is going to be Trucy's no.
Oh, because the signature thingy majiggy.
Yes.
But they'll be like, "Oh, she wrote it," but. Yeah.
But it's the same exact thing. Is this on the other thing? So, there we go. You must be quite the con man if you can fool a magician with a simple trick. But you think you can con a lawyer, you're very much mistaken. Hey kid, what you didn't enunciate in front of the camera? You know, like a newscaster. Think of the viewers. I'd like you to take a look at Miss Wright's signature here on this note. Now let's compare that signature with the one here on this contract.
It's exactly the same. Well, would you look at that? They're exactly the same. It's just...
There you go, Judge.
Like, yeah, no matter how similar someone's signature they can make it, it's never exactly the same.
No. That's right, Your Honor. Not just similar, but exactly the same. Nobody can sign their name in exactly the same way twice, unless it's a copy. These signatures are proof positive that you con Miss Wright. And they definitely prove your malicious intent. Say not bad, lawyer guy. Didn't know you had it in you. This is really getting interesting now. It'll get great ratings for sure.
Didn't I tell you you can't have video cameras?
Don't try to dodge the issue, Mr. RETINZ'S. The fact is that you'll bear ill will against my client. So the show footage was definitely edited with malicious intentions. Isn't that right?
What are you objecting to?
What a false argument, defense.
Really?
All you have really proven is that his ill will towards Miss Wright, but his pecuniary greed.
I don't know that word.
That's right, I just want money, baby. Fat stacks of cheddar, that's all. After all, I never even crossed paths with Trucy before this magic show.
I like
So I'd have absolutely no reason to bear any ill will, right?
Right.
Right.
Right, mate.
You didn't bear any ill will, huh? Fat chance. This guy definitely has some major hate for Trucy.
Yeah, he straight up told us.
You'll say smile.
If only we could have had that recorded.
I know, right? If only we just have a tape recorder on our pocket at all times.
For
that's
real.
Just hidden.
Like Mr. Wright.
Yeah.
Phoenix, when he had the thing in his hat.
Our privileged congregations are all a bunch of low lives.
We need that.
For real. I can't prove with anything, but the things he said at this point to that fact. Fuck, my what is it? The accents on each word is off for me right now.
Enunciation.
So, I guess I'm putting the emphasis in the wrong places. There we go.
Yeah, the accents.
There must be something between the two of them that gives birth to this grudge. Some sort of connection that not even Trucy is aware of, like magic. Your Honor, I'd like to argue that Roger RETINZ'S and Trucy Wright must have crossed paths before. There must be some hidden connection between them.
Hidden?
Connection?
What is it now?
Just what are you getting at, Mr. Justice?
It is futile to even ask, Your Honor. Surely it is just another one of the defense's feckless claims. You don't seem to have a very high opinion of me, but once you hear my argument, you'll wish you'd taken me a whole lot more seriously. Will I really? Very well then, do proceed.
Did you figure something out, Apollo?
Nope, not a thing.
What?
That was just some good old-fashioned bluffing, courtesy of Mr. Wright's fine training.
I hope you know what you're doing.
If you're going to make such a bold claim, Mr. Justice, I hope you're ready to elaborate.
Okay.
Bold move, Justice. What is this hidden connection between the defendant and Roger RETINZ'S?
They're dating, obviously.
Oh my god, ew.
That is not, that's illegal. That is literally illegal on, well, I guess it's
it depends
not
on where you are.
Also,
because she's 17.
But that in the universe, in the eyes of the fans, that is illegal.
Yeah, it'd be illegal even if she was 18 because he gross and nasty. and just no. Just no.
Oh, God. All right,
No.
anyways, that sleight of hand trick Mr. Retins did during the recess earlier.
I'm sure people ship it, though. People ship
that's
everything.
I just hope that's the dark side of the fandom. It's like, just don't open that box over
We
there.
don't
You'll be
talk
fine.
about those people. Filming is prohibited inside the courthouse. Do you want me to get the bailiff? I swear to God.
Then what are you talking about? I don't even have a camera on me. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that. Did he make that noise?
Absolutely. What if Mr. Retins is a magician too?
What if? I believe it's up to the defense to fill in the blanks, not me.
Well, if he is, he may have had some contact with Miss Wright somewhere along the way. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Your argument is hardly worth responding to. But by all means, please do continue. As a passage in the sacred scriptures of Gramaryes states, he who gives a sermon to a monkey is himself a monkey. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you say to a dimwit. He's gonna get it anyway. But we saw Mr. Retins perform a magic trick. He made his video camera disappear in the blink of an eye. Well, I think it would be pretty funny if I were a magician. You must have been seeing things. Want me to introduce you to a good eye doctor?
Oh my God.
If a connection as tenuous as that is all it takes, then every magician in the country could potentially bear will towards the accused.
Oh my God.
I guess you're right.
He does have a good point.
You're not the sharpest knife in the drawer, are you, short stuff?
Oof.
Not short. You would do well to clean that putrid mind of yours in the holy waters of Mount Pony Pony. 3 days under a frigid waterfall, and even you should rise to the level of a monkey. A numbskull for a numbskull. Well, this numbskull's thick skin, so there.
I think I get what they're driving at. Even if he is a magician, it's not exactly a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy, is it?
Hold on. I can think of one person. One magician has a reason to bear a grudge against Trucy. Or rather, one magician has a reason to bear a grudge against True Grammarye.
Oh?
No way!
Is something wrong, Mr. Justice?
Your Honor, the defense wishes to submit evidence at this time.
Dude, what are you getting at? What'd you freak out about?
I see. And what sort of evidence do you have for us?
He's probably seeing there's a connection between...
She had a revelation of
Retins.
some sort.
It's gonna be a connection between Retins and,
Rias?
Rias, that's his name. Rias Retins.
What?
I'm just mixing their names together because I was gonna try and make a pun somewhere, but I don't think that worked out. So
No, it
I'm just
didn't.
gonna keep moving. Evidence that points to the real killer, the one who had a motive to commit this crime.
What?
He's like,
Oh,
Jesus
God,
Christ.
this fucking kid. And what have you come up with this time, defense? Trucy Wright is the sole heir to Troop Grammy in its name.
Grammy?
This puts her in square. This puts her square in the crosshairs of one particular magician.
True Grammy! This piece of evidence points to that one person. Huh.
It's
That,
probably gonna be
yeah,
a fictional
the
person
poster.
because cancelled.
And who exactly are you naming, Mr. Justice?
13 years ago, the great Mr. Rias belonged to Troop Grammarye. But then the troop ousted him, and Mr. Rias vowed to get revenge on them someday. And what better way to accomplish that than through the ruination of their sole heir?
But Mr. Rias is the victim, Mr. Justice. You've named a dead man as your suspect.
But is he really dead?
What do you mean? Is he really dead?
If the fact that Mr. Rias is the victim is what's throwing you off, then how about we consider the possibility? What if the man who died on that stage yesterday wasn't Mr. Rias? Is he a copy Mr. Rias? Are we claiming that he's Mr. Rias? That's
He's
the only
Mr.
thing that can make
Rias.
sense.
I'm Mr. What? You mean the victim was an imposter?
No, he's getting tilted.
Not Mr. Rias? Then what about the real Mr. Rias?
It would mean the real Mr. Rias is still alive. That's absurd.
Oh my God, what the fuck is the defense on right now? They're saying a dead man is an alive man when a dead man is a wrong dead man?
Some weed before he came in here.
Oh God, I wish I did, so this would make some fucking sense.
Mr. Justice, who is the real mysterious, if not the victim of this case?
Oh, you know, Apollo. Oh, you know. It's all coming together now. I finally see the gimmick, the trick to this entire case.
Looks like your theory was wrong.
What do you mean?
About the whole, planting a fake body and then killing him with the sword and all that stuff.
Well, we still have a murdered person, but the person that died is a fake Mysterious.
I know, but like, that's not what you said though.
But we never were talking about body switches. The point is that a body is that the whole time Retins has been the real Mysterious, and he hired someone, probably because it's entertainment, to be a fake Mysterious.
I know, but I'm saying that wasn't your
thing.
theory that you made a bit ago.
I don't see how it affects my theory, though. My theory doesn't involve people switching. It involves how the fake one was murdered.
Just read.
Anyways,
just read.
Here's a plan everything, Your Honor. The real killer, the one who hated Troop Gramarye and wanted to sully its name. The magician lurking in the shadows who set up a fake Mysterious in his stead. The real Mysterious is
Trucy.
Phoenix Wright. Okay, no. And it's obviously Bonnie to Fame. Actually, that was Betty.
That
over
was
there, wasn't
Betty,
it?
yes.
Sorry, the pictures like the goddamn same from over here. Anyways, Roger Retins.
But that's...
Yes, it is.
That was the most robotic nod.
Roger Retins is the real Mysterious.
Like, who nods like that in real life?
What?
Him. I don't know. Whoa.
Oh, he's
doing a
jutsuing us.
jutsu.
Oh, hello, Red Pepper. Your impudent seeds spout naught but meaningless empty words. You can't possibly have proof to support such an outlandish theory.
Calm down. He's a calm man. He's a calm man.
It's not a bad idea for a soap opera.
And he's a con man.
But not even die-hard fans of the genre would stick around past the pilot.
What?
You want proof? Well, I've got proof. I can prove it by proving that the Mysterious in yesterday's magic show was a fake. And to do that, I just need you to look at this spot on this poster. Is it the scar on his arm? The scar, most likely? I would assume that's probably it, because I mean, I don't think we really have, because we don't have
He's
that.
got that scar in an accident.
Yeah, and I don't think we actually have any piece of evidence that. Yeah, we just have the poster again, but
Yeah.
I believe I'm just in case I mess it up. I'm gonna save. But I believe that's the only thing that really makes sense to me. Because we could also be like, "Hey, Retins, can you pull your arm over?"
Yeah.
Hey, this is the injury Mr. Reese sustained while practicing a magic trick 13 years ago. However,
Yeah.
the video of the victim's shot of himself shows no trace of that injury.
Oh my, you're absolutely right.
Now, Mr. Retins, what do you suppose we'd find if we took a look at your right forearm? Is there by chance a nasty 13-year-old scar under that sleeve of yours?
Do you know I've got a prosthetic waiting to hide it?
Well, Mr.
He
Retins,
cut off his arm.
why don't you roll up your sleeve and let the court have a look? Or are you hiding something else up there?
Come on now, I have nothing on my sleeve. I don't need to hide anything up there, because I require no tricks or gimmicks. For you see, my magic is the real deal.
Are you a wizard?
Oh.
There we go.
Is this what you were hoping to see?
Oh, there it is. The scar. The very specific scar.
Yeah. Just as I thought.
That's right, I am the Forgotten Magician. abandoned to the dark on a stage of history.
Jesus.
The great Mr. Reyes.
Oh my god, how
Well
is he
then.
doing all
This
It's totally.
Absurd.
What the
How is
fuck
he doing all that shit?
It's almost as if
I wonder, would it be possible to actually do that in real life?
I mean, the card one is possible. The coin
But I mean,
things
like,
would be...
in succession that fast like that. With the
Well-
coins and the card and the fire.
the coin, no. If so, they'd be the most talented person on the goddamn planet.
Huh? How ironic, wouldn't you say? That this odious mark carved into me by Troop Grammarye would bring me back into the limelight once more. Strange how the comic threads before me. If the witness was the real Mr. Reyes, then who was the victim who perished in the magic show? He was but a fan. I met him on one of my programs several years ago. They say I became a magician out of admiration for the great Mr. Reyes. In confidence, I told him my true identity and let him take on my mantle.
And when did this man take over for you? I'm really digging this music.
About 2 years ago, I taught him my tricks and even acted as his producer. And so me amateur became a popular magician overnight, courtesy of my magic in the stage we call television. Hope you enjoyed the show.
You really had us all fooled.
Mr. Retins, or should I say Mr. Reyes, and your hatred for Troop Grammarye, you killed the victim, Mr. Mystery, oh my god,
Yeah.
and then set up Miss Wright to take the fall, didn't you? You did it all just to tarnish the Grammarye name.
I have no idea what you're talking about, lad. I set up the prank, that much is true, but it was simply a harmless joke on Trucy, I assure you. Yes, she learned of the plan and made use of it to commit murder.
And
And that is how strongly the criminal elements run on the blood of these Gramaryes.
But if it was a secret prank plan that very few people knew about, couldn't you have been the one to use it for murder instead?
Whoa.
Oh, yikes!
Eesh!
His head!
Just kidding.
What the heck was that?
Heed my words, loyal lad, for I fear you grasp the unreality is slipping. I do believe I told you that my magic is real, and plays neither tricks nor gimmicks.
Enough with the ambiguity, why don't you make your point already?
My alibi is as pristine as ever. Wouldn't you agree, Prosecutor San Marty? Yes, I suppose it is correct. The witness does have a solid alibi.
What?
Transmutation.
Recall defense that at the time of the magic show, Mr. Retins was at Take-Two TV. A fact that many people can easily attest to.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot all about that.
So what do you think, Your Honor? Would you like me to testify on the matter?
Yes, I think you'd better. Please tell the court more about your alibi.
You have a body double.
Very well then. On with the show. Are you
Whoa.
watching Magnific Grammarye?
From the beyond, the great
From
beyond.
the great beyond.
The time's finally come for my magic to snuff out your precious pedigree. The Grammarye line would be no more.
Well then.
Still got them surfer shorts on.
Yeah.
My dude. My perfect alibi.
I was at a TV station at the time of the Penrose performance. I was busy working on another TV program. I could spare no time for the magic show. Do ask my staff if you doubt my claim. And there it is, a simple and perfect alibi. No tricks, no gimmicks, just the truth.
Put those quarters away. You freak. Thought you're rich.
Do you understand now, perhaps? I did not grace the theater with my presence until after the incident. So I could have committed the murder.
His staff did say he was there at the station. So it sure does sound like a rock solid alibi.
But that can't be right. If Mr. Retins is the killer, he'd have to have been at the theater.
There's got to be a hole somewhere in his story.
I assure you there are no holes in Mr. Reyes' stage. No tricks, no gimmicks. Your magic doesn't need trapdoors or escape through.
He really likes fire.
Do enjoy my show to the fullest. And my real alibi.
How is he making fire come out of his hand like that?
Video game logic.
Okay.
Perfect alibi. I was at a TV station at the time of the Penrose performance. Sure you were. But you did come to the theater eventually, isn't that right?
He's a firebender.
Oh God.
Indeed. Actually, how the show was progressing, I made my way to the theater. Let's see. My journey took about 10 minutes by car.
Could he actually have been at the theater during those 10 minutes, killing the victim?
Uh-huh. Let me just stab a reading your mind. Uh-huh. Could I have been at the theater during those 10 minutes killing the victim?
Whoa. That was like word for word.
But no, I took a taxi. The driver can attest to that. Feel free to call the taxi company if my word does not satisfy you. The driver's a big fan of the ratings, Raja. I even gave him my card.
You gave the driver his card? That was very clever of him.
You might as well give it up, lad. Questioning a real magician is a fool's errand. Besides, you know very well what I was doing at the time of the incident.
Questioning real magic is a fool's errand.
Yeah. You're busy working in a TV program. Sure you were, pal. What was that other TV show you were working on?
Man, special project, you see. One moment. Perhaps this is more appropriate. It's a Ratings Raja special production. Yeah, hang loose, baby. It's called Desperation Regeneration.
You switch personas just to say that? What's the show about?
Washed up has-been singers and comedians get together and play musical chairs. The winner of the game is given a second chance at their career. A priceless prize for chumps who washed up too early in life. Sounds great, right?
So you're the guy behind the Masked Singer. Oh, okay.
Ooh, wow.
I'm just messing. I couldn't resist. What? Don't give me that look. We got the death stare.
Wow.
Hey, you know I enjoy the show.
Exactly, which is why I'm shocked at you.
I'm just saying, a lot of the people that go on there are ones that are out of their prime area, getting their second lease on life.
That's the whole point of the show.
Exactly. That's the point of his show too.
I know, but agreeing with his use of the words washed up.
That's not the point I was going
Would
for.
Would you call Wayne Brady washed up?
No, and I wouldn't call Chris Daughtry washed up.
Exactly.
It's just anyways.
Would you call Drew Carey washed up?
Oh gosh, you're taking this too seriously.
Might I suggest you appear on that show, Mr. Justice?
On Masked
As the
Singer.
ex-lawyer who used to make ridiculous bluffs in court and faded sadly in obscurity.
I want to see him on Masked Singer.
Am I going to be the beetle, or am I going to be the pepper? Is that what I'm going to be?
Pepper. A red pepper. I mean, there's been a taco. So.
Yeah, you're right. The
and a banana. You can join them.
And let the Ratings Raja produce my TV debut? Not in this lifetime.
Or the beetle. You have great reactions. Who knows? TV might be your true calling.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Entertainment.
In any case, I was overseeing production on this program during the Penrose performance. Just my staff, if you doubt my claim.
I mean, I don't really doubt it, but... How do we know those staff members aren't in cahoots with you?
I make it my business to perform solo. My magic has neither need nor want of assistance. After all, one of them could reveal my secrets behind my magic, could they not?
So he doesn't trust anybody, huh? He's the complete opposite of Trucy.
Yeah.
There are many people there in the studio audience who saw the witness as well. Even he had been able to persuade his own staff to cover for him. He could not have convinced so many complete strangers to do the same.
He really has made a rock-solid alibi for himself.
Yeah, it's almost too good, you know? It's eerie how perfect it is.
Has all been revealed to you now?
Not yet, not till I press this last one, fool.
You sounded like Sadmati when you read that last one.
Listen, like I said, they get a little similar, so I try to mix it up, but... Alright, the truth, no gimmicks, the blah 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 blah. I've got it! Do you have a brother? A brother looks exactly like you. Maybe it's not the first time in this court.
Again with the twins business. You think the audience will let you get away with using the same gimmick twice in a row?
You need to put more emphasis on the accent so you sound less like him.
I know.
Come on now, you can do it. You just have to do this and it's raw as rain, you know?
That's not what I was going for. Just let me reset and I got this.
Do you want me to teach you how to do an accent?
I'm fine.
If you do
You're
not
Paul
believe,
Justice and you're fine.
if you do not believe him, defense, why not investigate for yourself? Though I'm sure your efforts will prove to be thoroughly fruitless.
You should take the accent away from Sadmati and just make him sound high and mighty and give all the accent to him, but in this kind of way.
Listen, I got this when I separated good enough. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess
because
that
there's like
theory
a
is a
gray
little
area
far-fetched.
sometimes. Just saying.
I know.
I'm saying I believe in you.
His alibi really is airtight.
Like a Tupperware container with
Oh, God.
duct tape on it.
Jesus.
I believe we've heard enough.
That's airtight, though.
Yeah.
Well, I believe the witness does indeed harbor some ill will against the defendant. There's no reason to doubt he was out at the TV station at the time of the incident.
Yes, the facts prove it was impossible for the witness to have been involved with this crime. These last rites for the victim have dragged on long enough. The soul of the victim himself is so bored that it is resting on top of your Honor's head.
It is? Like that one hawk from before?
The time has come. Let us punish the sinner and guide the victim's soul to the Twilight Realm.
Apollo, Trucy will be thrown in prison and will be out of a job. But if you catch tasty fishies, will you sell me some at a good price?
I told you I have absolutely zero intention of going off on a tuna boat. Think, Justice. You have to figure this out. It's no use. I can't find a single flaw. So what now?
Yeah, what's that one? Not the greatest catch. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Or deadliest catch.
Deadliest catch. Yeah,
There you
he's
go.
gonna be on that. Hey, he can go fishing on a tuna boat and be on TV.
I always thought the deadliest catch was crab fishing or whatever it was. I thought that's what they do on there. I've only watched like one episode of that, so I don't know
It's fishing.
much.
I don't know.
It's boat stuff.
It's fishing with boats.
Behold my never-ending magic show. Come for the awe-inspiring showmanship of the great Mr. Reyes, and stay for my grand illusion till the end of time.
Oh, whoa, that you sound a little bit like Fulbright there for a second.
Wait, is he saying that we're still trapped inside some sort of illusion of his?
That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that isn't really there.
In other words, you make us see illusions, right?
We call it misdirection. While we keep you busy believing one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is.
Could it be? You know what, Mr. Rettins? I guess we have all been spectators of the elaborate illusion you prepared for us. An illusion that has subtly turned our attention towards something you wanted us to see.
What are you going on about, lad?
Have you got something, Apollo?
I just remembered something Trucy said about misdirection. What a magician says is there really isn't, and what they say isn't there actually is. If you've all been taken for a ride by Mr. RETINZ'S magic, they maybe just made us see something that wasn't really there. It's time to rethink all my assumptions about this case. What have we made to believe was there when it actually wasn't? What have we taken to be the absolute facts of this case? If I reevaluate the validity of all these things, then just maybe. Athena? There's something uncanny about this case.
Okay, what is it?
Friends' alibi. It's too perfect.
That's true. It's like it's impossible to break no matter how hard we try.
But maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's exactly what he wants us to think.
I'm not following.
We're not making any headway here because we've been so focused on breaking his alibi.
Oh, I think I get it. You're saying he's using misdirection on us, right?
It's definitely a possibility.
What did the defense counsel share with everyone what they're discussing over there?
Your Honor, we believe that if we were to reconsider a certain assumption, we would finally arrive at the truth. In fact, I think we'll even finally see who's hiding behind the curtain, so to speak.
And what is this certain assumption you're thinking of?
This is the one key assumption we've been taking for granted this whole time.
Huh.
Okay, so the two that I go with are that the culprit was on scene or the crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say it was probably the culprit was on scene because he could have easily been, you know, at the TV taping and doing other things if either, number one, he set up the murder to happen by Retins being yanked into Mr. Hat's sword.
Retins being yanked?
Well, listen, because they've switched fucking Mr. Reus or Mr. Mystery, whatever they're calling him now.
Mr. Mystery, yeah.
So I'm gonna think it was the culprit was on scene because the culprit might not have been there at all because it was done beforehand or planned to happen in a certain way to kill him in a certain way. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna go with it.
Oh, got that bold move, Cotton.
What if the culprit was somewhere other than the theater at the time of the crime? What if there was some way to commit the murder without actually being there? If that were the case, then Mr. Retins' perfect alibi would become irrelevant.
He's not saying anything. Yeah.
How could one person to stab another to death with a sword without physically being there? Furthermore, we all saw what appeared to be the culprit's shadow in the footage.
Nope. You're wrong.
But couldn't we just as easily assume that the shadow does not belong to the culprit?
Well, if it's not the culprit, then who is it?
I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm on the right track. I was on the right track since day one, yo. I've been on the right track since day one.
Yo, careful, you're about to peek the microphone.
Because I'm... We've all seen...
Is that an adjective now?
It is now.
Because you're... What does that mean?
It means
That hurt my head.
It's positive. That's what it means. We've all
Jesus.
seen something that looks like this shadowy shape before, Your Honor, during the magic show itself.
In that case, please point it out in the show footage for us.
This is the thing that looks like, especially similar to the shadowy figure of the culprit. Oh my God, they're gonna make me do the thing. Okay, that's fine. We can.
What resembles the
I just need to remember the
figures,
controls.
you know, see?
I believe B pauses,
yeah.
Y
Don't present
rewinds, A goes
Because this
forward.
is how you cost us that
I know.
thing.
Oh, okay, well, I went way too far, so pause. Rewind. Rewind.
I knew you were gonna do that.
Oh. Okay. Pose. Forward. Forward. Hi there, Mr. Hat.
Yep.
Doesn't the shadow resemble the suspicious shadowy figure?
Well, now that you mention it, it does, doesn't it?
Miss Wright, could you identify this shadow for the court?
Let's see. I believe that's Mr. Hat's shadow. It's from when he's being pulled up from the stage to the catwalk overhead by wire.
Then could this shadow that's shown later in the footage be Mr. Hat too?
No, that's not possible. After Mr. Hat was pulled up to the catwalk, he stayed up there.
In other words, the second shadow is from some other figure being pulled up.
Some other figure? I'm afraid you'll need to be more specific than that, Mr. Justice.
He's right. We've come this far. I'll just have to figure out from the clues I have on hand.
What is the second shadow shown in the footage?
Wait, what? That's not a profile I can show? Huh.
Crime photo? Because it has the hook thing.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're gonna find out next time.
Ooh.